What's up guys, my name is JodyCook5 and welcome back to an episode of the Player Career Mode. But before we get into things, it'd be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my socials, they're all linked down below so you can keep up to date with the channel. In terms of the actual episode today, we start off with a really high note. As you can see, we've got another player award to add to our accolades. Very, very happy to be able to claim this award in the month of, it would have been October, so obviously we're now in November, so we would have got the player of the month for October. We've gained a few so far, and I'm pretty sure we've got one every single month, so we must be doing something right in the Eredivisie, that is for sure. So we do a few training drills. I'm not going to bore you with the training itself, but we level up to level 18, meaning that we gain 3 skill points, which is always nice to do, and we're going to be using them to be able to obtain some decent skills on our player at the same time. So looking at the growth tree, I wasn't too sure what I was actually going to apply it to originally, just be able to see what we can upgrade and everything else. Obviously I'd like to do the long shots and shot power. Feel like that'd be a good thing, but obviously it's hard. You're gonna do it in time, but it's what you do start away. I'm gonna do penalties. I feel like we've had a few penalties recently, so it'd be nice to get myself on the penalties and do that. So we're actually gonna go full whack on the penalties and upgrade it that way. And the actual stats itself, we are showing 92 pace, 76 shooting, 76 dribbling, and 70 physical, which is currently, 73 rated, I'm pretty sure we are at the moment. So yeah, 73 rated, so very much going up in terms of the rating, so very much the case that we're improving, and we're getting there as a player. Our first game of the 3 that we're going to be playing in the episode comes up against a team, unfortunately, that's been very, very woeful this season. They have literally been the lowest of lows in terms of the table, so we're hoping to be able to claim all 3 points at the Johan Cruyff Arena. With that being said, let's get into things and see what happens. Here we go then. Before we get things started in the game, we're going to be awaiting our objectives and see what the manager does require from us, as we have a little team talk and a little huddle. And as you can see, the match objectives: get a rating of 8.5, avoid losing the match, win or draw, and get at least 2 goals. Well, I think we can obtain that, because in the first 5 minutes or so, we're looking very, very strong, looking to try and see if we can rate something for ourselves. As Taylor picks up the ball then, as he places him really nicely. Decent opportunity here as we take the shot with a lovely save from the keeper, and then will be a corner kick as we wait for Van der Bommen to whip it in. Decent delivery, but we can't beat it as it falls back out to Taylor. Taylor onto his teammate really nicely there as he passes it around really nicely in the box now, as they've got a chance here as Mendic puts it back onto Avila. Avila turns onto ourselves. Surely we can get a goal, but we can't, as the shot is blocked this time round as they look to try and see if they can clear their lines, but they just don't seem to be able to do so, as Avila picks it up really nicely. He gets the ball onto ourselves there. We play it onto Bergwijn. He holds it up really nicely, Bergwijn, as he turns it back onto Avila. He plays his in perfectly there as you find Manswerk there onto Berghuis, and he's back in the side after a long-term injury. And what a goal that is from Berghuis, a first goal in 10 minutes. Welcome back to the side, Berghuis. A very, very nice goal to be able to get ourselves started off. It's been very much the case where we've been pressuring them a lot, and luckily that has paid off. And just on a note thing, if I do sound a bit bunged up, unfortunately I have currently got a cold, so if you think I'm a different voice as we're currently saying this, unfortunately I do have a cold, so hopefully that will go in the coming time and I won't feel that I'm the case, so I'm just holding my nose while I'm speaking. So yeah, it's very frustrating at the moment, but the show must go on. That has to be said. 14 minutes into the game there, we retrieve the ball really nicely. A decent interception from ourselves there as we play in Bergwijn. Bergwijn finds his teammate Berghuis, and Berghuis gets another goal. It's one after the other as he scores in the 10th minute and now the 14th. A brilliant goal from Berghuis, and what a performance this is turning into as he celebrates with the home crowd. Very, very nice goal and a very easy one at the same time. We retrieved the ball late in the half then, and it was nicely picked up by Bergwijn as we just played it onto him there as he made the turn. He looked up, Seal Berghuis was there, and a first time finish on his left foot finds it going into the back of the net. Very much the case. I've been really, really happy with his first half performance so far. In the first 15 minutes being very, very strong from ourselves. Looking to try and build on that and looking to try and see if we can get another goal in this game. As the opposition get themselves started off once again for a third time in this tie. So retrieve the ball there. Van der Bommen picks it up really nicely here. We run with it perfectly as we seem to find ourselves in a lovely gap, and that is just easy peasy. Very much the case of this team are absolutely falling apart, and that's why they are the bottom of the league. And we have got another goal to add to our tally then as we get the first of the game for ourselves though, as we make it 3 goals inside 20 minutes. Very good goal though nevertheless, but as I say, Van der Bommen just picked it up really nicely then. He just played us in. It wasn't really the best of finishes, but the keeper seems very, very poor at the same time. Hit it on the weak foot, keeper having no chance, and that is 3-0 then, and we can continue then. We're trying to see if we can get onto another goal. We play it on the switch to the side stand as we play it left onto Avila, and he picks it up really nicely. He plays in Taylor there as this makes him 1-2 as Manswerks finds us in a decent gap here. We look to try and see if we can take the shot initially, but we actually lay it up for a pass as Berghus plays it onto him. He just turns, putting it onto ourselves, as we turn ourselves. We take the shot, decent save from the keeper this time round then as he takes it out of his box, and that will be another time to be able to see if we can get a goal here. And we have applied so much pressure, and as you can see, it's all Ajax so far. Every bit of play has been coming to us so far. Every bit of kind of chance to be able to get on goal, we've been taking it. As you can see, we retrieve the ball deep in their half once again there, trying to see if we can play Berghus in for his third, but unfortunately he just doesn't take the shot. He backhills it though. What a backheel that is, and what a setup that is for a goal. As we get a second of the game, we've got a 10 rating so far. Absolutely smashing it in this game. Unbelievable performances from the whole team, to be honest. Ourselves and Berghus linking up perfectly. 2 goals each. Just backhills it onto ourselves, and I saw the angle was tight initially at the time, and I thought it'd be the best chance to be able to outside the foot it. I thought if I was originally just to be able to shoot, and normally I feel like the defender would have blocked it or the keeper would have easily saved it. 4-0 in this tie. It's been such a good start to this first half. The first 30 minutes or so have been absolutely belting as we look to try and see if we can get another chance here. And every time they got the restart, they just lost the ball straight away. I don't know what happened. They had no composure about themselves whatsoever, and that was a perfect chance to be able to get another goal and claim the hat-trick, but unfortunately the keeper saves. But it will be half-time then, and as you can see, we got a 10 rating. We're getting the win, and we've already scored 2 goals. So it looks to be that we're already going to get the rating that we need to, and it looks to be that we're going to be getting all the max objectives to gain the most XP that we possibly could. Into the second half we go, and 56 minutes into the game then we get the ball up in our half, and we just run with it, as you can see. Unfortunately we lose it, but we're still batting for it, as you can see, and we're just charging in numbers. Every time that they retrieved the ball back off us, we was always charging numbers, and as you can see, I retrieved the ball once again. A few decent interceptions in this tie as we find Berghus on the right hand side there as we toy with the defender. He plays a 1-2 initially, but actually falls to Van der Bommen there. He puts it on to Taylor. Taylor plays us in really nicely there as we hold up the ball, just try and see if we can assess a few options as we just passing it around. We've got no urgency about ourselves to really get another goal, but if it comes, it comes, and it looks to be that it's going to be the case here as we've got another chance here. As you can see, Van der Bommen picks it up, he puts it onto Taylor. Another decent chance for ourselves, but we just slide into the shot there, and unfortunately we just couldn't really get a clean enough shot off, and it will be into the keeper's arms. We continue on. We're still searching for our first hat-trick as an Ajax player. Lovely chance here as we get the shot off, but it is blocked, and that will be a corner though, but a lovely chance that this is going to be from the corner as the opposition makes some substitutions. Decent delivery needed, and it looks to be that we get it there, as you can see, but unfortunately they clear, but only as far as one of our teammates. Van der Bommen picks it up as he puts it onto Sutalo. We go on the outside of the area, just offering support, offering space as we look to try and see if we can take a shot. Run into the gap, off we go, and what a save that is once again for the keeper. He might have conceded 4 goals in this game, but it could have been even more if he weren't between the sticks, that is to be said, as we continue on. 78th minutes being played there as the ball is played to us as we win the header. Lovely ball onto Van der Bommen as he plays a 1-2 with us as we pick it up once again, running into the gap there. A decent chance, but unfortunately the defender plays it off, but what a mistake that is, and we have got our hat-trick. Brilliant hat-trick. It's the first of many, we hope anyway. It's been a long time coming after we've scored 2 goals in quick succession a lot of times in games, but unfortunately we just couldn't finish it off with a hat-trick. This time we do, and that is a very well earned one at the same time, and it sums a brilliant performance up at the same time. 5-0 at the moment, and it looks to be that we might even get another, but I'm looking at this goal, it was a big mistake from the defender. Initially we shouldn't have lost it in the position that we was, but we did. The defender picked it up and he just didn't able to do anything with it in that sort of position. And it is 5-0. It's literally 2 minutes to the end of the 90 as we try and play on our teammate Forbes as he comes off the bench. He plays us in perfectly, and apart from getting a hat-trick, we've now got 4 goals. Brilliant stuff. A really nice finish at the same time on his right foot. No chance the keeper getting that one as it was rooted into the bottom corner, and just aligned my body to be able to get the curl on at the same time. I really like them sort of goals. Really, really happy with that one at the same time. And that is pretty much the end of this tie as we watch that final goal. Celebrating in front of the Ajax faithful. Really happy with that one. A full-time whistle has been blown then. We walk away with a 6-0 victory, and we also walk away with the match ball. Brilliant performances from all the sides, to be honest, to be able to be in the position that we currently are in the Eredivisie, and this was that. As you can see, 10 rating, 93 minutes being played, 4 goals, 30% conversion rate, and 10 shots on target. So we could have had plenty of more goals, that has to be said, but we're not too fussed whatsoever because we have got a hat-trick, and that is another 3 points added to the tally in the Eredivisie as we look to see the actual growth that we've gained. 2,817 XP gained, all objectives being completed, so tops on the actual manager rating itself, and that is a match ball and a player of the match added to our accolades. Very happy with that, and we're going to need it going into the next game in terms of confidence as we've got a big one against Feyenoord. Here we go then, straight into another game against Feyenoord, away from home. This is a massive tie for us, a massive derby at the same time. So much rivalry together in terms of the two teams. And the manager wants a 7.5 rating, obviously avoid a loss, and then 2 shots on target. So it's a bigger game and it's a better opposition. I feel like this is achievable, but we won't know until we get into the game and see what plans out. As we know, Feyenoord are a very, very big team and they've been keeping up in terms of the table so far. That has to be said. As the second minute commences then, as we look to see Feyenoord trying to see if they can create something early on in this tie. Looking very strong Feyenoord as they get the ball together really well and they look trying to see if they can create something in the box. And they're just passing it about really nicely, getting a feel for the game. Timber on the ball as he finds his teammate Jimenez then as he looks to try and see if he can get a shot off, and he does that. Rudy with a decent save then as he puts it out for a corner kick. That was a very good chance for themselves to get in front, that has to be said, as we haven't really created anything as of yet. The ratings are very poor as we look to try and see if we can do something and we'll create something here. We run on the right hand side and we make a lovely run here, as you can see, catching the defender, and it just seems to be that they just wasn't able to be able to keep up with us whatsoever. Our pace is so good. What a chance it is from Van der Bommen though to be able to get us in front. Unfortunately the defender makes a very good block in this instance, and that was a lovely opportunity to get a goal, but unfortunately it's not to be the case as we do get a corner, but nothing seems to be that is going to come from it. As we get the corner though, as you can see, they whip it straight back out. Feyenoord look to try and see if they can create something as they look to win the ball, and they do exactly that. On the attack they go as Jimenez plays his teammate in really well as they make a run on the right hand side. Ajax players trying to climb back, and as you can see they just hold for a minute as Feyenoord try and get the ball together, so it allows the Ajax defenders to try and set and to be able to try and win the ball, but unfortunately Jimenez just looks to be really strong for the defenders. He plays in his teammate really well as they've got a chance here. Feyenoord with the shot, but a lovely save by Rudy, once again brought into the action for the second time as he makes 2 big saves. He's got a corner kick, and what a goal that is. An acrobatic finish by a Feyenoord player then, and Feyenoord are in front inside these first 16 minutes. They've definitely had the better chances compared to ourselves, and unfortunately they've taken them, and that is that with football, and especially at the top level. If you take the chances, you're definitely guaranteed goals, that has to be said, and you can have as many chances in the world, but if you don't take them, then it doesn't mean anything. A decent delivery into the box, the Ajax defenders could not deal with it whatsoever, and an acrobatic finish. We'll be watching that one again, that's for sure. Really decent finish. As much as it's hard to say that's the case, it was very good. We can't deny that, and it is 1-0 to Feyenoord then. Hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves back into the tie, but it's going to be very much an uphill battle to do so. But in the 38th minute we've got a chance here as Ajax are just playing it about really nicely, seem to be able to gain some sort of possession later on in this first half. So we pick up the ball then, Berghuis making a run on the right hand side, but he goes himself offside. We're just turning with the defenders then, trying to see if we can get an inroad as we run into the box. Look at us go, we're past the defenders, in on goal, and that is a brilliant solo goal, that has to be said, as we weave in and out of the defenders to get a goal as we pick up the ball to go again. That's very much the case of a decent equaliser just before half time. That was needed, that is for sure, as we get ourselves back into the game. We haven't exactly had the best of chances or the best of moves or best of anything, to be honest, in this tie so far, but very happy to be able to get this goal against Feyenoord in a massive game in the Eredivisie, and that will be half time then. So not the best of halves, it's 1-1 at the end of the day, so we're not losing. At least we've come back from 1-0 and we've got a goal. I wouldn't say it's the best of team performances, but we've got a decent rating. We've had 1 shot on target so far, so if we're able to avoid the loss and get a draw or a win and get the rating with a more of a shot on target, then we should be able to complete the objectives. 48 minutes into the game then, as we look to try and see if we create something in the second half. We're playing Berghuis on the right hand side and we offer ourselves as a run there, but Berghuis doesn't play us in. He goes back to Van der Bommen then, who puts it onto Manswerk there as he puts it onto his teammate Taylor. Taylor just puts it back to Manswerk then as he plays in Bergwijn on the left hand side. He heads it onto ourselves. Decent opportunity here as we find a gap. Decent shot also, but Bijlo makes a really good save then. Thought it might go out for a corner kick, but it doesn't in the end as the final defence does clear it, and that was a very good chance to get ourselves in front for the first time in this tie. As we look to have another chance here as Berghuis makes a run on the right hand side. We play him in perfectly, to be honest. What a run that is from Berghuis as he finds Van der Bommen. Van der Bommen onto his teammate, but what a save that is once again from Bijlo. They're keeping his side in it. Very much against his keepers, having a very good kind of game so far in the second half as the clock is on ticking, and as you can see 76 minutes in the game there. Feyenoord haven't really had many chances in the second half, so look to try and create it first here. The attacker makes a lovely run into the box there, but Salahuddin deals with it perfectly as it will go out for a corner kick though. So Feyenoord have got a decent chance here. 12 minutes left in this time, in this tie, to be exact, and they need a decent delivery. But they look to play it short initially, trying to catch the Ajax defenders off guard then, as they look to try and see if they can get a ball into the box. And they're looking dangerous here. Red and white shirts filling the box. They've offered so much support. Decent opportunity, but Medic makes a very good block, and it will be another corner kick. They scored from a first corner. Can they score from another one as it whips out and it goes back out to the players then, as you can see, trying to get the shot off there, but there's too many Ajax bodies in front of it. But it looks to be opening up, and it is going to be Hanko with the goal. Not exactly what we want to be seeing 9 minutes from the 90, that is for sure, as he gets the goal to be able to see that shot. That might claim all 3 points, to be honest. I'm not overly too sure. We've had chances in the second half, but as the time's gone, and it seems to be that Feyenoord have grown more into the game, and they have got a second goal to be able to add to their rewards. A very good goal from Hanko. The number 33 just gets into the box then at the right time. Decent hit on his right foot. Rudy having no chance with that one whatsoever, and the clock will be ticking as we've got a corner kick, and again for Feyenoord. Once again they're trying to see if they can create something from this corner. A decent delivery then as it hits the post, as they look to try and see if they can clear it. The Ajax defence looking very strong, being able to clear it. As much as we've conceded 2 goals, the defence have been on their toes, that has to be said. One last chance as Taylor plays us in on the left hand side, trying to see if we can create a run, but not many shirts offering support. We try and turn the defender, but unfortunately we lose the ball, and that would have been it, to be honest. 91 on the clock. We're waiting for the full-time whistle to be blown any second now as it climbs up to the 2 minutes, and there it is. Full-time whistle has been blown, and that will be that in Feyenoord. Not exactly the best of results, and that will be our first loss, unfortunately, in the Eredivisie also. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's one of those, we got our goal, we did our game, but unfortunately the team just did not seem up to scratch whatsoever today. It will be a big knock to our confidence, that has to be said, but it's one of those, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's the case of we was always going to lose one game, and unfortunately it's just come now. 7.8 rating, so we got the rating play. We actually got 1 goal in the end with 2 shots on target, so we did that, and we did the actual rating. It was just unfortunately the win let us down, or the draw. So yeah, one of those. It's very much the case of it. It's, as I say, a tough one to take, but we don't gain as much XP at the same time, obviously, because of the actual result itself and everything else that involved. But yeah, we're going to have to take it on the chin because we've got a massive game in the Europa League to come next. But yeah, it's one of those. It's so hard when you lose against a team like Feyenoord. Also, they had a really good game, to be honest. They played really, really good, and it's just one of them where you just need to compete, and we didn't. So we hopefully in the reverse fixture we'll be able to get a result to them, but that we'll have to wait another day to get revenge against Feyenoord. After that tie, we do some training, we just simulate it there. As you can see, we actually go up a level, so we were able to gain for another 3 skill points, so we go up to level 19. So the growth is very much the case of it's going very, very quick, that has to be said. Looking at the player growth, we're actually going to upgrade our heading accuracy. I thought that would be nice to be able to do so as we go up to 78 and then to 83 with a 2 on there. We've got 1 more skill point to be able to use, so I thought that would be decent on our curve because that will affect our passing and shooting. So always the best thing to do in regards to that, and as you can see, and not real many upgrades being made as overall on our player. Very, very excited for this tie against Marseille. It's very much the case of it's if we don't win, then I feel like it's our Europa League's hopes over, and if we are to win, then we have a chance of still being able to go through to the next round and being able to get through of the group stage. It's been a very hard group stage for us. Obviously, it's out of our control in terms of the defence sides. We've actually had a few goals in Europe so far, but hopefully we'll add to our tally in this game. As you can tell, we've got a 7.5 rating, complete 4 passes in the opponent half, and score at least 1 goal. So I feel like it's achievable, but with that being said, let's get into the game and see what happens. Here we go then, into the game we go, 5 minutes into the tie. We're looking to try and see if we can create something early on because we're definitely going to need an early goal. The Marseille fans are very, very loud, and the Ajax fans are going to be on our backs to be able to get a result, that has to be said. As Aubameyang loses the ball there, as Mansverk picks it up in a dangerous position here as we play a 1-2 at Berghus, and he plays us in really well. We run into the gap with our pace then as we find ourselves in an ample chance to be able to get a goal here. Into the box we go, surely it's going to be it, but Pau Lopez with another save. And to be honest, that was all that happened in the first half. It was the most tamest first half that I've ever played as a player so far for Ajax. There's nothing happened, nothing ever happened whatsoever, so I'm hoping it's something we'll do in the second half as we look to try and see if we can create something early on as we play a 1-2 at Berghus, offering support here as you can see, and he just plays it onto the wing back as he makes a decent run here, trying to offer support also as we make ourselves available as he plays it into the box. We pick it up, decent cross in, but no one can really pick it up, so it falls back out to an Ajax player as Mansverks wins a header. Berghus plays it onto ourselves then as we lose the ball, unfortunately, in a lovely position. That would have been really, really good. I thought when I actually played the ball initially that I should have just played it on the ground and we might have actually got a goal from it, but unfortunately we didn't, and it still stays 0-0 in this tie. 56 minutes being played there as he finds his teammate Kondobia. Marseille haven't really created anything so far in this tie as they look to try and see if they can do exactly that, and they've got a lovely chance here as Rognier makes a really good shot but really makes a lovely save at the same time, and that will be a corner kick as Ajax are now trying to see if we can just get anything going. It's been really, really sluggish, very, very slow from either side, to be honest. 65 minutes on the clock now as Marseille look to try and see if they create something once again as Chancellor Mbemba's on the ball as he finds his teammate Klaus. Klaus takes his time as he finds his teammate Rognier as he links it onto Vatina. Vatina's got a lovely pass onto Klaus. What a save that is from Rudy, keeping his side in it just inside 6-7 minutes. As he will have a corner kick as he has a little celebration to himself as they have a corner kick as Kondogbia is the man to whip it in. Decent delivery, and it is a goal. Set pieces are not the one for us at the moment as we cannot defend them compared to what we, I don't know, we just fall apart. Last game we conceded from set pieces, and this game we conceded from set pieces. Not exactly the most ideal situation to be in because we are now 1-0 down this time. It looks to be that our Europa League hopes are slowly slipping away from us. Not exactly what we want whatsoever, but we're going to have to go again, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get ourselves back into the game, but it's very, very slim hope to do so as the clock is definitely ticking as we've got a chance here. 72 minutes into the game, Aubameyang looks to try and see if he can create something for his side to get a second, but a decent interception was made. Bergwijn picks up the ball on the halfway mark as Taylor places in on the left-hand side. We just run with it, to be honest, trying to see if we can create something as we play a 1-2 of Bergwijn, offering support also, and we get played in really well by Taylor. We're in a lovely chance here, surely it is now, and we have got the goal. It's 1-1 then, 15 minutes left to go, and we might actually have a chance of getting all 3 points if we pick the ball up to go back on the match ball spot. A very, very good goal that is from Nevertheless, and a decent bit of team play at the same time. The manager has shifted us onto ultra attack, and it seems to have worked at the same time, but I'm hoping that we won't get caught on the break anytime soon. Very, very good goal, and it was a very needed goal to be able to keep our Europa League hopes alive, to be able to see if we can get through to the next rounds. A very, very decent opportunity to beat Pau Lopez, and we have taken it, but the clock is ticking. 88 minutes on the clock, and it looks to be that Marseille are going to have one final attack here, as you can see, playing it about really nicely as Lodi finds a teammate on Rognier. Rognier plays it onto his teammate really nicely there as the ball is playing so nice, and that ultra attacking has not worked for us whatsoever as the defence seems to have so many holes and gaps in it, and they hold it really nicely, but unfortunately it just doesn't work in our favour because one man is Aubameyang, and as you can tell by my voice, it's so disheartening. The manager's decisions have put us in the situation that we're in, unfortunately, and that's all it is. It's nothing else. The team have had a really good game. We've had chances, don't get me wrong, we just didn't take them, but yeah, if it wasn't for the manager not switching back to balance after we scored that goal, then we might actually still be in the Europa League, but we are out. We can go third and go into the Europa League conference, but I'm not really something that doesn't really excite me as much compared to the Europa League. Not much XP being gained. We actually do complete all objectives, bearing in mind that that was probably the most lacklustre performance. We got the rating, but I think it goes for the team, and no disrespect for the team because we play as one at the end of the day. We all have to accept responsibility, but they just don't really sing up to scratch when we come against the big sides. We can really give like the smaller sides a game and we can score a lot of goals, but I think that kind of says for Feyenoord as well. When we played against Feyenoord, we just struggled. And we really we just can't keep. I don't know if it's the tempo, the quality, what it is, but something's not clicking. Something's just not right. I don't know what it is, but unfortunately, it's a tough one to swallow once again. And as you can see, we can actually have some gossip from the dressing room. It's true though. It was the manager. There's nothing else but the manager to blame. Looking at the table, we've played 15, we've won 11, we've drawn 3, and obviously we've lost 1. We're actually still 3 points ahead of Feyenoord. So in terms of our Eredivisie form, we're looking very good. Looking forward to a cup run soon also, as there is a Dutch Cup also, and maybe we might be able to claim third to be able to go into the Europa League Conference, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the case. It's going to be off the cards also because AEK Athens are up on the goal difference, so we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see in the next episode if that's going to be the case, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.